Previously on building Brickmania's B-17G World War II heavy bomber, in parts 1 and part 2 we built the nose of the plane and the left wing of the plane.
Holly and Mauricio here with part 3 of this build. First we wanted to show you in a little more detail how the wing attaches to the rest of the plane, or in this case just the nose, and creates that slope. I was going to use this little model of the Liberty Bell to illustrate it, but I realized that it does not actually have that slope. The left and right wings are supposed to slope up very slightly. It has the taper from the fuselage out to the tips, but it doesn't have that slope. So this does not illustrate it, but I have another model, a slightly less accurate model that does show it. Ta-da! Behold this chibi B-17. And it does, again, this is not an accurate model, but it does show that the wings sort of slope up on both sides. So I did want to show that. I love this model.
Yes, it's adorable.
Okay, so to do that, I have this piece, which is, I actually took off of the wing, off of the back, but it'll illustrate the point. So this Technic piece, I'm going to remove the wing and show you just the back of the nose, just to show you how this was done. And basically it attaches like so here, and there it is. If it's completely horizontal, it would attach like that, but it needs, in order to reach this pin down here, it needs to be tilted very slightly, and then it fits like so. So I just press it in, and you'll see it retains that slope. I don't know the math or the geometry that goes behind this, but you know, again, kudos to the designer for figuring this out. I'm curious to see how well, though, holding it in two places, the front and the back of the wing, is that enough to sort of keep the fuselage from bending, keep the wing from bending, how that all holds up. So this is what we're going to be working on. Bag number 3, the other wing.
Yes, righty.
So rather than make you watch that, through the magic of video editing, we will just fast forward to... the finished right wing.
Ooh.
So here it is. As you can see, it is quite similar, not quite identical, but very similar to the left wing. We wanted to point out a couple of things on this. First of all, the stickers that went on. So this has the national insignia. This is the left wing on the top, has the national insignia. Right wing has the unit ID. So this is, I won't go into exactly how this is done, but this is the first bomb wing. 303rd Bomb Group has the white triangle with the C in it. The white triangle is for the first bomb wing. The C is for the 303rd Bomb Group. So if I take the 909 over here, you'll see that it has an A in a triangle. That means that it's from the 91st Bomb Group of the first bomb wing. And if I take the Liberty Bell over here, you'll see that it has a J in a square, a 4th bomb wing, and the J is for the 390th bomb group. So these letters and numbers and all that stuff, that actually means something, these symbols. You'll notice that they have the national insignia here on the top of the left wing and on the bottom of the right wing. Okay? And that is actually the way it was done. So again, we'll take this highly accurate model here and show you. So the top of the left wing, the bottom of the right wing. So this particular appearance was sort of late war, 1943 and later. In fact, this was a good time to point out that that's when, around the time that the paint scheme changed, they, instead of just painting them olive drab, they sort of went to bare metal. So this is sort of an early war paint job, and this is a late war paint job, including, I assume that's what this is supposed to be, The Brickmania plane is supposed to be the same sort of thing. Late war paint job, or rather, very little paint. It's just the bare metal.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess we could figure out then what battles our Brick-Built Betty or Sassy Siskin, we'd pick the Brick-Built Betty, actually fought in. By group.
There was one issue with this build that we want to show you. It's a little tricky to explain.
It's the weirdest issue we've ever seen, and it kind of drove us a little mad.
So here you'll notice that some pieces are missing, and the reason for that is we have them set aside. It's supposed to look like this.
The cowling.
Yeah, it's part of the cowling of the engine, and so there's these two parts. Technically all of the parts were there, except we got one incorrect part in the kit. So it's very hard to show, but if I flip them over, you'll notice that the one on the right has a little knob, whatever, on the bottom, which prevents attaching to that black piece that is on the cowling. The one on the left is the correct one. All of the other pieces are the one on the left. In case you're wondering, the incorrect one is element ID 3794. The one on the left, the correct one, is element ID 15573. They look the same on the top. I'll take it off so you can see. I can completely understand why somebody would pick the wrong piece. It's actually kind of surprising to me that there's two nearly identical pieces. So on the other side, it just looks like that. So it seems like a pretty simple mistake to make. So we are going to contact Brickmania about getting a replacement piece. Apparently they're pretty good about that.
I thought I was losing my mind. I was making it and I was trying to fit it in the middle down on the black brick, and it wouldn't work. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second, this looks exactly right. And then I was like, oh, well, no, clearly it's not going to fit. So yeah, I guess they must have modified the more recent versions to make it more useful. So it could fit in 3 different positions, to the left, to the right, or in the middle.
So other than that, though, there were no extra pieces, no missing pieces. So, great job getting this all bagged up. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach these wings to the nose, just so you see what that looks like. And here she is with both wings attached. I'm not going to lie, this thing is quite delicate, those attachment points. I think without the fuselage in place, you're going to have to be very careful with this if you're building it. So also you can see where Holly's holding it. That seems to be the safest place without stuff breaking off. And we're now going to very carefully turn this around so you can see the underside. And here you see the underside of the B-17 bomber. And since this is a bomber, this is roughly where the bomb bay is going to be. And the landing gear is going to go here into these inner engines. So far, to recap, we have done bag number 1, which is the nose, bag number 2, which is the left wing, bag number 3, the right wing, and now we're going to move on to bag number 4. Stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.